Some people say they don't care, some even act like they don't care, but only a rare few can honestly say deep in their heart of hearts that they truly don't. The current discourse around LaMelo Ball is simple and loud. He doesn't care enough about basketball to become an all-time great. And I think that framing misses the point entirely. It's not that LaMelo doesn't take his job seriously, it's that LaMelo doesn't take life itself seriously. His name is Melo. Of course he's nonchalant. Of course he's easygoing. He moves like the game is happening through him, not to him. As a player, LaMelo exists in a near constant flow state. That sounds like a blessing, and it is, but many fear it might also be a curse. The stakes. LaMelo Ball's stakes are unlike those of most NBA players. For many, the fight is survival, staying in the league long enough to secure generational wealth. LaMelo cleared that hurdle almost immediately. Rookie of the Year, an All-Star appearance, a $200+ million contract. The challenge in front of him now is far more difficult. It's relevance, it's legacy. It's turning the Charlotte Hornets, one of the league's most historically irrelevant franchises, into something that actually matters. And with a front office like this one, that's no small task. But then again, LaMelo Ball is no stranger to the curse of expectation. LaMelo Ball didn't arrive quietly. He grew up in front of all of us. We've had access since he was that skinny, hilarious little kid trailing behind Lonzo and LaMelo Ball.
You think that's funny?
Yeah.
Ugly ass rat.
And if you've forgotten, Lonzo was a tough act to follow. At UCLA, Lonzo Ball was the most popular college athlete in the world. Bigger than Markelle Fultz, bigger than De'Aaron Fox, bigger than Jason Tatum. He launched his own shoe brand, Big Baller Brand, and became a cultural moment overnight. Big Brother had everything going for him. And LaMelo, as gifted as he was, inherited the expectation of reaching the same heights. We watched him terrorize high school gyms, and the world waited for the next step, an elite college program, a traditional system, a fair test of his game. On July 31st, 2015, LaMelo committed to UCLA as a freshman in high school. Then February 7th, 2017 happened. Chino Hills versus Los Osos. LiAngelo sidelined with an ankle injury. Final score, 146-123. On that night, LaMelo Ball delivered one of the greatest performances in the history of high school basketball. 92 points, 7 assists. 37 from 61 from the field, 30 of 39 from 2. Nearly 100 points by himself. Lonzo would never dream of taking 61 shots, and LiAngelo, if given the green light, might take them, but he's not handing out 7 assists. That's the point. LaMelo was always different. He could pass like Lonzo, but he wanted to score like LiAngelo. And just like his game, his path to the league would be nothing like either brother's. Because soon, one man made an executive decision that only he could make. Name, LeVar Ball. Relationship, father. Talent, delusional confidence, charisma, outstanding parenting. After clashing with the coaching change at Chino Hills, LeVar pulled LaMelo out of school, homeschooled him, and sent him professional at 16. Lithuania, then Australia. And somewhere along the way, everything changed. LaMelo grew from a 5'8" kid to a 6'8" guard in barely 2 years. LeVar's secret trump card finally revealed itself. The skill was never in question. The size was. Once that disappeared, the league and the media were fully on board. LaMelo's NBA introduction was electric. Rookie of the Year, 16 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds. The Hornets were bad, but the promise was undeniable. Year 2, he ascended, 20 points, 7.6 assists, 6.7 rebounds. An all-star, a walking highlight reel. Hope returned to Charlotte, then came the injuries. Unlucky, frustrating, interruptive. But injuries aren't the real issue. The real discomfort NBA media has with LaMelo is his style. He doesn't control the game. He reacts to it. He doesn't methodically dissect film and predict outcomes like Chris Paul. And I say this respectfully, LaMelo Ball is a low IQ point guard. Now to be clear, by this, I mean he isn't methodical in the traditional sense. He doesn't prioritize film study over instinct, nor manage the floor like a classic point guard. Think of it as a hybrid, part-time filler room first, part-time improvisational jazz. This is about style and approach, not general intelligence. And yet, he still creates plays that make no sense. After studying film, I realized something. LaMelo Ball is confusing in the best way possible. There is no linear blueprint, no predecessor to trace. Unlike Kobe studying Jordan or Steve Nash studying Isaiah Thomas, LaMelo's game doesn't pay homage. It's chaotic, illogical, borderline stupid by design, and somehow beautiful and pure. It's instinct, the way a baby bird jumps before knowing it can fly, the way a newborn knows where to feed. Some things aren't learned, yet we still know. LaMelo may not know how to run an offense like CP3, he may not lead a locker room like Draymond Green, but he knows how to be LaMelo Ball, even if he doesn't know how he does it. And that's enough. What we're really watching isn't basketball, it's identity negotiation. Identity negotiation is the ongoing psychological process of balancing who you believe you are with who the world pressures you to become. In simpler terms, it's protecting your sense of self inside systems that want to define you. We're privileged to witness LaMelo's battle in 4K, but the real fight is internal. He wants to be himself, he wants to have fun, and the NBA doesn't always reward that. The tension resonates. The musician bartending to survive. The undrafted athlete still chasing the game. The creative employee labeled arrogant for thinking differently. LaMelo represents all of them. LaMelo Ball matters to this generation not because of his signature shoes or his swagger, but because he reminds us that life imitates art more than art imitates life. And sometimes art looks like a kid who never stopped playing the game he loved, how he loved playing it. Sometimes art looks like someone who bends the rules and writes his own. LaMelo Ball is a subtle reminder that being yourself isn't easy. It comes at a cost. Ball, for example, may wind up never winning a championship. If that were to happen, it would still be worth it to him. And if you ask me, that's what makes LaMelo Ball great.
At practices, you guys are going hard. Who pushes you the most?
No one in practice can guard me, so it's really nothing. We can put the camera on him too. Just put the camera on him. That man right there, that's the man who can't guard me. Turn it left. I'll take his ankles every day. Go one more. See the boy in the hoodie. He hiding for a reason.